Plaintiff Austin Covington dated the defendant, and they have a daughter together. Austin claims after their child was born, the defendant became aggressive and violent, and he's suing her for medical bills because she stabbed him. Defendant Chrislyn Perdue and her sister Kaylin say on the day of the incident, Chrislyn only stabbed Austin in self-defense after he hit her while she was holding their daughter. Chrislyn is countersuing because she claims Austin busted her in the head with a brick.
Start with you.
Her and I had dated from 2015 up until March of this year. After my daughter was born, she nuts out. She became aggressive, which led to me getting stabbed back in July of 2017, and which is where I acquired these medical.
Why do you think she changed, or has she always been
Well,
violent
I believe that's when her
towards you?
true colors started showing, actually.
Pardon me?
Her true colors started showing.
How long had you all been together?
At the time, over a year.
All right. What type of true colors?
She became violent, in which she has a history of being violent. So
Initiating the violence.
yes,
You have any of that history today?
yes I do. I have a photo of my arm.
Let me see it, please. This is
That's the photo where
this the last incident you're referring to? This is what we're here today about?
yes.
All right. How about previous instances? You said she has a history of it.
Oh yeah, I mean I've had objects thrown at my head, such as a hammer. She's kicked me in the testicles.
What happens? She just comes up to you, or you all are in the midst of arguments,
Yeah,
and
it's
she becomes
arguments.
physically?
Yeah, it's arguments, and she's quick to put her hands on me.
Okay,
I mean,
and you-
I try
you
to
don't-
walk away from her, sir, and
Okay.
she will follow me. And
And you don't put your hands on her?
well, I mean, self-defense.
Right.
I
Only
mean,
in self-defense?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let me hear from you, ma'am.
I've been with
He
Austin.
says you stabbed him.
Yes, I only did that in self-defense. I was holding my 5-month-old daughter when he hit me in the back of the head.
No.
So I went and gave her to her grandpa and then went after him with a knife because I was holding my
You
daughter.
tore the door down and stabbed me. After I run from you, after you was hitting me in the head with a
quiet,
stick.
sir. Couldn't you have gotten away as opposed to grabbing a knife and going after him?
I only did that because I was holding my child.
Where did he go?
He was in the room and I went after him.
He was in the room. Was the door closed?
It was closed, but I opened it and got him.
You tore the door
Okay.
down. You destroyed the door.
Why do you say she did it, sir?
Well, we was arguing, and I was trying to get away from her to avoid the whole confrontation, and it just infuriated her, and that's why she tore the door down and stabbed me.
How did it-
After the fact, she was hitting me in the head with the stick.
How did it end?
Well, with me getting stabbed and going to the hospital.
She stopped stabbing you?
Yeah, after I had hollered at her,
Okay.
and she had a blank look on her face after she did
Okay.
it.
The police come?
No. He
Why?
just went to the doctor and told him that he fell.
Oh.
I have a.
They believe that? You think they believe
I
it?
have the report from where she admitted to DHS because this got my daughter taken.
The hospital wouldn't believe this either. How's this a fall? This is clearly an open wound that is deep.
I have messages of when he's threatened me and calling me names.
Okay, but we gotta deal with this part first. What is it you want?
This is the statement from DHS because this has resulted in my daughter getting taken because she had stabbed me, and her sister over there was one of the ones that called and got my daughter taken.
Your Honor, that is a lie.
Let's see it, please. And what was the result of their investigation? What happened as a result?
My daughter was taken into DHS custody, which my mom has her because none of her people could pass a background check.
Your mom has her because that's where she chose for her to.
What's
No,
wrong with
that's
their What's
Yes.
wrong with their background? Her whole family, huh?
Well, I mean, that's
All right.
check their history.
Ms. Perdue admitted in that meeting that her and Austin were arguing that day, and she did hit him in the head with a stick. She reported she did break the door down to the bedroom and stab him with a knife. Well, she's admitting all that today, but she says it's because you initiated it.
Before
Pardon?
I hit him with the stick, he pushed me down twice because I caught him.
Did you tell that?
No, sir.
Why? You told him all the other stuff. Why didn't you tell him your best defense? What he did to initiate it. And you don't say either of those. In fact, what you admit to is, for the most part, what he alleges. And you're admitting to it today, that you went after him. And I think most people, such as yourself included, are misguided. They think that when someone hits them and runs, that they can go after them. They think that that's self-defense. They think someone does something to them and leaves, that's self-defense. No, if you have a way to escape, if you can retreat, except for these silly stand your ground laws, in my opinion, in some of these states, if you can retreat, you should. Why cause another person to suffer in a fight when they don't have to? Like on the street, kids are fighting or whatever, and one of the kids, 18-year-old, 17, whatever it might be, because minors get charged as well. One of them grabs, they're in a fist fight, and one of them grabs a gun and shoots him because he's losing the fight. No, you don't grab and shoot because you're losing the fight. If you can get away, you get away from that fight. You were away. He had gone into the room. So you should have went the other way.
Yet the only reason why I did is because I had our daughter in my arms, and I could have fell and hurt her.
That's more of a reason that you don't go after him and continue the violence. You avoid, you escape, you retreat. And let's get to your counterclaim for pain and suffering due to an assault.
Yes, sir.
Regarding this, or regarding what?
I got my daughter taken away, and I have medical
Why?
bills.
Why?
Because of the accident and him
What
hitting
accident?
me, with him getting stabbed.
That was an accident?
Your Honor, if I'm
Yes.
there has
Who are you?
I'm her sister, Kaylin.
State your name, full
Kaylin
name.
Purdue. There has been multiple times the police have been called violence between both of them, and their daughter was taken away in the result of that. But also, she has police reports of where he hit her in the head with the brick and a medical report.
Ma'am, do you use drugs?
No, sir, I don't.
Okay. You seem a little little overlaid back, to put it that way, and you kind of got a blank look in your eyes. Anything other than that incident? It just sounds strange that from that one incident, they would take the child from both of you.
Yes,
Yes, the police.
Hold on, what?
Your Honor, yes, there was multiple times police was called because of violence. Multiple times she tried to leave, coming to my mom's. I went to get her one time, and him and his grandpa came out, and she put the baby in the car, and she was like, no matter what, don't let him get to the baby. So I had the baby in the car. Him and his grandpa tackled to the ground. He came around. We were going circles
The police
around the
were
car.
called over there. They would have taken me to jail.
They told me to leave with the baby.
What happened? What happened when the police came?
Anyways, the police came because he pulled a knife on me.
And what happened when the police came?
They told us to get in the car and leave and get the baby away from there.
That's it?
Yes, sir.
So he didn't do anything. He wasn't charged with anything.
Nope.
They didn't believe you. The pain and suffering is due to several instances, ma'am?
Yes.
Now, she can speak for herself.
Yes, he threw a brick at my head.
When?
And back in November.
November of what?
November the 11th,
Of what year?
2007.
You sure you're not on any pills or anything?
Your Honor, she has a learning disability, and it is hard for her to
Well,
read.
somebody got to tell me something, and she talks very slowly as well.
She does not do good in public speaking. No, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. She can't
Have a
really
seat,
read.
ma'am. Have a seat. If there's not one, go. Okay. I'm not asking you to
Can I say
make her
something?
case for her, and then you keep interrupting and all that. Yes, sir.
She's actually irrelevant to all of this. She's the
That's
one.
why she's gone.
Okay, well.
Now, let's get back to these incidents that you're countersuing for. How many is it?
Just 2.
All right. And one includes the time that you stabbed him?
Yes. Because it caused me to
Okay,
lose my
well, I'm
daughter.
going to dismiss your claim. That's not legitimate, and that's not something I'm going to grant you a judgment. You could have left. You could have walked away. With regard to your claim, you have your medical expenses, sir?
Yes, sir.
From the stabbing?
Here is the bills,
You got them.
and there's the total.
I'm gonna
Right
add it
there.
up.
Yes, sir.
Judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day.
I just want him to never talk to me again, and I'm done with this.
Your wish is granted.